Good morning, all. So yesterday we discussed about what is ID and different types of IDs and not required. Yeah, essential statement for to write any Java program. What are those? Class required, main method is required, and system.out.println statement is required. So after that, we discussed about what is the main method and why the main method defined as a predefined prototype or syntax. After that, the syntax of the main method. So we discussed about it is the entry point of the JVM. Okay, it will look for first thing main method in the Java SE, Java Standard Edition. After that, why must the main method name be main? You can take the rename as a we can do any rename. Then the answer is according to coding standards. The method name cannot change because JVM internally looks for main method. Okay, in the Java code, the execution starts from main method and from main method. After why main method has static keyword, right? See now here the syntax public static void main method. Why syntax appended in the main method? Because of without static the JVM must JVM who is the responsibility to create one object? JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. JVM is the responsible candidate to create object for class. So JVM must create the object to access the main method. To avoid the object creation for the main method, we have to appended nothing but added static keyword in the main method. So the main method must have the static keyword. That is the answer for that one. Of that, next slide, system.out.println. Okay, it's already discussed in previous class only. ln, it will print in the next line. Print, it will take the cursor same line. It will print side by side. After that, static blocks. Right. First, static blocks will execute. We have some criteria. First blocks will execute in that. Moreover, in that also static blocks will execute first. After that, JVM will go find the main method. After that, it will go enter in the block. The remaining will process will continue. After that, keywords. Right? We discussed about keyword. Keyword is a reserved word in the Java language considered by compiler and JVM that is performed unique and special operations. So simply, keyword is one reserved word. How many keywords we have? We have 50 plus keywords in Java. So it is one reserved keyword, but we don't use this as a class name. Okay, suppose class demo. In the place of demo, we don't create the interface. We don't give the extents. We don't give the break statement. We don't give the throw as a identifier. Okay, we don't use keywords as a identifier. So we have these are all the identifiers. Rest we can take anything. So we discussed about just module keyword. Come to the access modifier, we have public, private, protected, and default. In the class is itself keyword, interface, keyword, extends, implements, abstract, final, static, this, super, enum, instead of serialized native, and remaining all are keywords. Comes to the control flow statements, nothing but loops, decision making statements like if else, switch case, and while iterated for loop, do, break, continues, default. These are all also keywords. Exception handling. In the concept of fundamentals, one of fundamental is exception handling. In that we have try, catch, finally, and thrown throw. Come to the data types. Yesterday we discussed about the chart, right? We are dealing with the numbers means integer, long, and float, double. In the case of only characters, single character, we can give at the rate annotation, all these things. Any character, we have to use the char data type. After that, boolean, simply literal, simply true or false, and long, byte, short. Other keywords like new for creating one object, and this keyword, super keyword, return type void, null, and boolean literals true or false. These are all the keywords we have discussed yesterday. After that, this is chart. New data type divided into primitive, non-primitive, and again primitive. I mean primitive divided into numeric, boolean, numeric again divided into integral, integral again divided into integral, integer. In that again divided into byte, short, integer, long, and again divided into float, right? Floating point. In that float point also they again divided into float and double. And non-primitive data types as string, array, uh, enum. Yesterday we discussed about these things. So today, today our topic is variables. Variables in Java. Variables. So first, first and foremost, what is meant by a variable? This is actually one technical word. Variable in Java is a container. Container that hold data. Simple. Which can be changed during the execution of program. And it is used to store values like numbers. It is used to store like numbers in the integral family and characters, any sequence of characters, nothing but string, etc. Simply, this is technically we call Java variable. Okay, this is the definition. Variable in a Java is a container that hold data which can be changed during the execution of program. And where we are using, why we are using, what is the main purpose? To store any value like numbers. Clear? Suppose, let me go to the paint. Yep. Let me take this box. Suppose in my requirement I want to store one data, that is integral 10 end with the semicolon. I want to store to one variable. I will take operator as equal, then I will assign to one variable. What does it mean by variable? It is a one container, right? Let me take number 1. This is my variable. 10 is data. Equal to is operator. And yesterday we discussed about data types. So whenever it is a whole number, then we have to take as a simply integer. Then this is how we have to write variables. Initialization, declaration, and data types. Let me, what is here integer? It's a one. Let me take a different color, green. Data type. Data type and variable name, variable name, and equal to one data. Okay, take it as green one. Now this is my variable declaration. What is this? This is called declaration. In number one is called declaration, and I initialized the data as 10. Okay, now what is this? Data type. What is this? Variable name. What is this? Data. Okay, ma. So this is how we have to write a variable. Now, technical terms, this is called a declaration. This is called a initialization. Okay. In real time, mostly you can see only declaration part. Okay. Just they will give integer. They will give one variable. Number one. And they will give semicolon. That's it. They don't initialize. Who will initialize? Will take data from user. Okay, this is regarding real time. Now, how to write a variable? In the, if you remember previous class, we have to declare variables in camel case, right? Suppose, let me take student name. Okay, student name. How I wrote? In the student name, S is uppercase. Sorry, lowercase. S is lowercase. N is uppercase. This is called camel casing. This is how we have to write the variables. This is very, very basic. Okay. Same as the methods also. We have to write methods in camel case. Okay. Now, so this is the syntax. Data type, variable name, and value. Here, data type is the type of data. Suppose what I took here. Here, yeah. What I took here, 10. It is a whole number. In the family, we have one data type called as a integer. And what is the variable name? Variable name is a name you gave to the variable. It might be anything. You can give anything. Not only, what I gave here. I gave here number one. You can give here number. You can give here digit. Right? You can give here anything. Okay, that is one point. So these are all some examples. Suppose integer. So this is the yesterday's data type. Today's topic is variable. So both combination only we can write all the time. So here 95 I want to store in one container. That container name is total marks. After that data type is integer. Same as the byte and short, long. If I want to store the, big number, like let me say 15 numbers. It might be Aadhaar card, phone number, all these things. For that purpose, we have to use data type as a long. So I took as a length. You can take any phone number here, not only length. It might be account number and float. I want to store one decimal point in the one variable. For that purpose, what you have to take 3.14 f. And we have to append f. Append nothing but adding to, and I took one variable as fill. Just I took the fill. We can take a price or something. Anything we can take. Okay. So the data type is float, and moreover 99.9999, like that only the situation comes, we have to use the character, data type as a double You can take it as I took it in my case. I took name as a mix. In my case, you can take as a. It might be anything. You can take any name. Okay. Moreover, suppose yeah. Here I took a character as A, and must and should only if you want to if you want to take only single character, then we should write in the single quotes only. Okay, then you can give any variable name. Here in my case I took grade. That data type is char. Moreover, we have some literals, right? True or false. Then I will take as a dollar. That data type is boolean. Clear, ma? This is how we have to write data. Nothing but initialization equal to declaration and the data type, followed by data type. Okay, ma? Good. Just a minute. Sure. Okay. You listen next person. You listen class to next person. Okay. Okay. So that's it about declaration and initialization, and they're followed by data types. Okay, ma? Now let me go to the Eclipse. So here in my November batch, this is my project name, SRC, my project com.practice.november. Here I took class name as demo1. Here let me write, I want to store data as suppose 1, 2, 3, semicolon. Now I want to assign it to one variable. Suppose let me take it is a number, and let me take one more word as a count. Then C should be uppercase. This is called naming, camel case. Now this is my variable name, number count. It is showing error because of I want to give the which type of data. Otherwise it will show the error. What it is giving the syntax, nothing but error. Syntax error on token. Number count. It is my variable name. Variable declared. Variable, declared, expected after this token. Something we have to declare. So it is a whole number. That's why I will take as an integer. Clear? This is one thing. And let me write one main method. This is actually one method. It is what actually one. I would say non-static variable. Let me explain about what is meant by non-static and static. Now let me write static. So we already discussed about keywords. In the keywords, we have one of the keyword is static. Based on this only, suppose let me write one variable name as integer. Let me take one data. Let me assign to one variable, that is data type is integer. Then it is a non-static. Why? Because of semicolon, line ended, one data equal to operator, and declaration with nothing but number, the data type. If you didn't added anything before this variable, simply we will call as a non-static. Okay. If I add static, we will call static variable. simply remember the variable before that. If you add static keyword, we will simply call as a static variable. Simple terms, it is a static variable. If we didn't declare, if you didn't declare any static, any variable like static, it is called non-static. Simple. Simple words like static, their opposite non-static. Right? You can remember like this also. If you add static keyword before the variable, we will call it a static variable. If you didn't add it, non-static. Clear? Now, what I declared here, non-static. Non-static variable. Non-static non-static variable. Now, how to write the static variable? Simple. Let me write one data, end with a semicolon. Let me assign this number to left side. Let me take number token number, something I took. After that, this data type is integer. Now, both are the non-static. But I want to declare this as I want to make it as a static. Simply I write as a static keyword before that variable, it will become static variable. Static variable. These are all the two types. And one more type is their local variable. I will write after some time. So this is the entry point we discussed yesterday. JVM will first look for the main method. If it is a static block will execute. Here, main method I got. In this, I want to print this data on the console. For that purpose, first we have to check whether it is a non-static variable or static variable. If it is a static variable, we have to call with the class name, otherwise directly we can call. According to standards, we have to call with the class name. What is my class name here? Demo1, right? Just double click on it. It will select only that part in that identifier. Copy that one, paste over here, dot. And here, what is given here? Number token. This is static variable, integer from the class demo1. Just hit this one, semicolon. But I want to print. For that purpose, what we have the statement? System dot out dot println. Just bring this thing into the bracket and just Control Shift F for indentation. Just save this one, run this code. Here in the ID we have one advantage. We no need to compile outside of the command prompt, no need to execute. ID will take care of all these things. We know the execution flow, right? This is what is this class now? .java. We are writing .java, right? Whenever we save and hit run, ID will automatically compile, and in that only we have JIT, just in time, and Java compiler and interpreter. Interpreter also will give some suggestions. JVM will, it is the responsibility to execute one code. So .java will take this, compiler will compile this code. It will generate .class file. In the .class file, which is available bytecode. Bytecode, JVM will take and it will give the instruction to the OS. Our operating system is Windows. It will give the instruction to the OS. It will communicate with, after OS will give the output. In ID, it will take care. No need to, Previously, no need to don't write the code on the notepad. After for compilation purpose, we have to go for command prompt. After execution, we have to give again execution command. Then we can see the output. But here all included come into one place. See here, previously I created one folder in the desktop, but here no need to create. All are in the proper alignment, and we can write here in this part, and we can see the result also. And moreover, things is there. Debug is there. We can download the installs, software, and we can write in this one. We can debug this all these things. I mean, lot of advantages available in the IDEs. And see now, what is the starting point? Entry point, main method. After I wrote one statement as system.out.println. In the system.out.println, what is println? It's a one method. Okay, ma. In the println, I gave one this one. I invoked with the class. So out is the static variable. What is system, ma? It's a one predefined class. Just in the Eclipse ID, we can see the where is implementation. Just hit the control button, take the mouse over on the system. We can able to see the open declaration and implementation. Right now, I open demo1.java class only. I want to see the predefined class. Just hit the control button, take mouse on the system, just hit the declaration. It will redirect to the predefined class system. In the 92 line, public final means final. No need changes. And the class is the keyword. System. What is the system? One predefined class. What is my user defined class? Demo1. Okay, ma. Where it is available? In the java.lang package. Where is my class available? In the com.practice.november. Getting sense, ma? Now, in this class, they wrote some predefined methods, all these things. See how they declare the one variable. They declare null. It is also one literal assigned to one variable something, and they declare final. They don't want to change this one. And static, they added static keyword, so it is a static variable, and they gave the public access modifier. We can access this one anywhere, nothing but any package. Okay, ma. And one more, they wrote declare, again same. Again they declare null. Again they declare static and what is this? Okay, this is not a something registration standard input stream. Okay, what I'm trying to make a point, system is one class, predefined class. It's available in the java.lang. Mine is in the com.practice.november available in my user defined class. This is called user defined class mark. Okay. Now, sorry, something the user defined class. Okay, ma. Now, JVM will come to the direct 8th line. This is the entry point. This is what entry point. NTBRY. This is the simply entry point. After that, JVM will come to the main method. After it will see the 10th line. It won't go to the 5th and 6th line. So here, let me take two paint. Okay, let me take one more paint. Let me write. Let me show how this is happening inside. Let me view the different color. Let me take the black. Now let me take the brush. Okay. Let me take green color. Okay. What is the entry point now? Main method. After that, it will check the system.out.println. Then it is we are calling one static variable. Then it will go to the static variable, whatever it is available. We are calling, we are printing. It will print on the simply console. Then only it will go to the this so and so lines. It won't go to the first this lines. After it won't come. First point it will come to the main method. This is I want to try to make a point. Okay. So it is one static variable. We have to call with the class name. Let me write on the notes. Static variable. We have to invoke or call with the class name or direct variable name. Directly. Okay. Second thing, static have been discussed. Have discussed. Now, so second thing we will discuss about non-static variable. Okay. What is here non-static variable? Number count is my non-static variable. How to invoke that one? With and most and important point, we have to call non-static variables with object or reference variable. So non-static variable we have to call with the object or reference variable. Here I didn't declare object. How to create object for one class means with the new keyword new. Then here we have to give the class name. What is my class name here? Demo1. Demo1 is my class name, followed by braces, end with a semicolon, of that equal to operator. Then we have to give one reference variable. Let me take reference variable as something variables like, let me take number. Then give again class name. Okay. So object has been created. Okay, ma. Now why I declare this? Why I wrote this 10th line? Or sorry, 11th line? Because of I have to invoke or call non-static variable. For that purpose, I created this one. With this only we can call non-static methods. So how to call non-static methods, non-static variables with reference variable. This is here my reference variable, or simply you can call object. Nothing but all are someone will call instance. So number, just double click on it, copy that one, write in the system.out.println statement, hit dot. So call with the non-static object, call with the non-static object, then we can invoke the non-static variable. What is your non-static variable? Number count. Same thing, and it is on the right, put on the open source. Let me, for your understanding, let me write one thing in the process. something non-static variable calling. This is one static variable. Okay, mom. Now hit on the right click, run as application. Java will take care of the things. It will go to the main method and it will give the result on the console. What is the static variable? 6789. How to invoke? With the class name. How to invoke non-static variables? With the object or reference variable. Here my reference variable is number. So number dot our non-static variable. Then it will print on the console non-static variable calling 1, 2, 3. That only I wrote, right? So these are all the regarding static and non-static variable and how to invoke. Now one more important point. So already discussed, right? We have to write variables in camel casing, right? Number starts with lowercase, count C starts with uppercase. And moreover, let me tell one more important thing. Java is one case sensitive. Visual Studio, Java. Java is one case sensitive. We know what is meant by cases. Simply alphabet. Suppose in the main method, take best example. Main method started 8th line, closed 16th line. Now let me take here method name as a capital M. It's not happening. Otherwise, let me take anything integer. Let me give I. It will show error because of it is the predefined thing is already they are declared as a small I. Because of we are added in the place of I small I, we added capital I. This is also we can't take. So Java is a case sensitive. So in the place of small I, if you write any uppercase, then it will throw the error. Simply, what I'm trying to make a point here, whatever the already defined, we have to write as it is in our application. If you write our individual, then it will show the error. Simply, if you write I, you can take mouse over on this. It will give some instructions, suggestions. Create class, integer, create interface, change to IFGT. All this will give suggestions. Simply take as it is. So here I am trying to make a point here. Java is case sensitive. Whatever already predefined, we have to take as it is. That is one point. And one more type is remain, that is local variable. So this is static and non-static variable. How to invoke, and one more type is non-static variable. Sorry, local variable. We have to declare first of all local variable. We have to inside the method block. The scope of the local variable in the block in the method block. one thing where we have to declare local variable. We have to declare inside the method block. First point, the scope of the local variable in the method only. Now, what is my method name here? What is my method name here? Main method. In the main method only, I printed static variable and created object, and I invoked the non-static variable. In this method only, let me write one local variable. Let me take a variable name as some number. Let me declare inside that one variable name as some tag. After that, the data type is integer. And save this one. Let me print system.out.println. In that, let me print direct tag. Save this one. Let me write explicitly the local variable. Okay, ma? So what is the first execution will come? First main method. Okay. First main method will JVM will find the main method. This is the entry point, right? For JVM, it is the entry point. It will go to the main line. Then it will check the local variable. Let me write in the comments. So already we discussed about comments, right? Compiler will skip this one. Local variable. Local variable, and we have to directly invoke. Then this is the first thing, and JVM will come to the this second thing, and JVM will come to the non-static. Okay, let me run this one. So JVM will come to the main method. It will check the 9th line. Then it will go to the 10th line. It will print local variable what is there. I took 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It will print as it is, and it will go to the 12th line. Then after it will see the static variable. It will print as it is whatever available in the string static variable, and we are invoking static variable with class name. Just open declaration. It will go to the third line. Then after we are invoking the static variable with the class name that printed on the console to where static variable 6989. After that it will come to the instance. This is called instance creation or object creation, anything. After that, whenever class loaded, then it will get the memory. Then after it will come to the 15th line. Then after it will print on the console non-static variable calling 1, 2, 3. So here the thing is, let me create one more method. This is my main method, start from 8 to 17. Main method we will discuss tomorrow explicitly. Right now, let me write syntax for the method. Tomorrow I'll explain one. Method syntax, what is those? First access modifier. Simply I will write AM and return type RT. We will discuss about tomorrow. Just return type and method name. Method name we have to write in camel casing like a variable. And must and should braces contains body. Here we have to write the logic. And end with semicolon. You can write over here business logic. Right, ma? So let me write method. Access modifier for time being, let me take public. If you didn't declare, it's a default. Of that return type is void, and let me take method name as get child. So method has been created. Now I want to get the local variable. It's not possible. Why? Because of the scope of the local variable in the method only. That's why that is my intention creating here method. Let me invoke the same thing. What is this one? Tag. It will give the error. Right? The scope of the local variable in the block only. That's already I wrote it in the point. The scope of the local variable in the method block. So if you want to, we can invoke that one, but it has some methodologies there. We have to pass the arguments, then some mechanism will happen, then we can invoke. But what I'm trying to make a point, we have to declare in the local variable in the, suppose you want to do some sort of calculation. For the purpose, we need only one variable. Instead of declare in the global level, declare in the method only. Then whenever what is the result will come, we can declare only. Then we can use that variable iterating. In the in the method only we can declare the things. So that is one point. And what suppose Java is a one programming language, right? Something PG, not PG. Don't go to the PG. Okay, let me write it's a tech, right? Why? It has own syntax and simulations. Java is one technology, and moreover, it's an object-oriented program. Simply remember, it's a one programming language. So it has some rules and regulations, right? Let me write one rule. What is that rule? This is my variable, right? Variable never starts with the special case. It will throw error. Never starts with any automatic operators, all these things. Never starts with numbers. Okay, never starts with the number. Never starts with special characters. Never starts with dots. All these things. Okay, starts with the literal cases only. So invalid variable names. Suppose variables never starts with the number, never starts with the special cases, total amount, hypertensions, all these things, and never starts with the special symbol hash. And most and I would say important point, we don't use as a keywords. Suppose, see now in my screen, in my case, might be all you can see in the blank screen. All are, which is colored in the orange, all are keywords. Static is one keyword, integer one keyword, public is one keyword, class is one keyword. These are all keywords. We don't use keywords as a variable name. Suppose my variable name is what is here? Number one. Let me write keyword as try. It will throw error. Why? If you go to the one of the fundamental in Java, exception handling, try is one keyword. Okay, ma? That is one thing. And yeah, that is the thing. And the types we have discussed, local variable, instance variable, and the some scope. Okay, I will just read this one. Static variable, the purpose of that one is to provide one copy memory to static variable common to all types declared with the static keyword inside the class but not outside the method, and created memory when a class is loaded in the JVM, destroyed when memory destroyed when class is unloaded from the JVM or JVM shadow. After that, scope. The scope of the static variable can be accessed in the all methods of current class and also can be accessed in other classes once whenever class is accessed. Same as the methods also. Without invoking the method, we can't use that method. Same as the variable also. Without invoking the method, without invoking the variable, we cannot use that variable. And alias name is nothing but simple synonyms, class variable or field properties. One more thing, variables also will called some other situations will called fields and properties. So let me write fields and properties. Okay. Other names of the variable is we can write called as a fields and properties. And syntax already discussed. So data type name, variable name, and the value, and that static, non-static, non-static regarding some data. Purpose of the non-static variable used to provide a separate copy for the memory for each object individually to store the object specific value declared inside the class but not outside the method. So when it is created, memory is created when the memory has been created only when new instance is created. Right? We have created already per instance in the 13th line. Right? After that, scope can be accessed all the methods if it is a public. Right? If you declare a method as a, I will explain this what is the access modifier in the future course of period. Okay? So can be accessed in if it is a public access modifier, we can access that variable in the world. Nothing but I would say in the technical word in any package. In any package you can use in that package class available in that class variables and methods available in that. If it is a public, we can access. Done? Making sense? Okay. Local variable and there are some these things. Local variable is a declare inside the method constructor, right? We can declare that constructor. I will explain at the time of object creation. Oops, concept I will explain. Okay, so we can use that local variable in the constructor or blocks and only can be used within the scope. Purpose use it to store output value or result of the operation. And when it is created, memory is created when method is calling and it is created statement executed declared inside a method or block and accessible only within the method or block. So these are all actually theory. It will be useful for introduce all these things. And when it is destroyed, so someone will raise the question like when the local variable is destroyed, then you have to say that memory destroyed when it is a enclosed block. Okay, unenclosed method execution in the compile. When what is the scope? It can be accessed only in the enclosed block. Nothing but simply method. After alias names, nothing but synonyms. Simply I would say it's a synonyms. Method variable, auto variable, or stack variable allowed access modifier only finite. So parameterized values and variables. So we can discuss this one more and more in the methods. Okay. Tomorrow topic is methods only. We'll discuss tomorrow what is the method, what is the types, how to pass the arguments, how to append that one. All these things we'll discuss tomorrow. Now this is one thing. This is it's a predefined class system. All good, ma? So let me write one more last code. Let me create new Let me create one more class in the same package. Let me write example is my class name. Let me hit the public static void main method and hit finish. And let me write some. Let me remove this comment. Last code. Okay. Let me write one code. For you. Okay. So last and final code. Just concentrate here. You can sit anyone beside that. You can check that beside that person or whatever. Okay, ma. After this, we'll wind up. Just concentrate here. Let me write this out. Let me write string. Oh, sorry. Let me write first start. RT. Save this one. So we know JVM entry point is main method. So start. Whiteboard start. I will let me write one. Very logic. Let me write. Let me take integer. Let me come to the traditional way. Suppose let me write 456 some data. I will assign to one variable. Let me take the variable as ID, something ID. That is type is integer. Sorry, yep, that is integer. Now this out. Nothing but system.out.println. Concentrate here. Who don't know the coding, all these things. Let me print ID. Let me print ID. ID is one variable we know. In that only data available. First point. If I run this one, what is the output? What will be the output? What will be the output? 4, 5, 6 it will come. And start. Okay, let me put in comments first things. Let me save this one. Let me rerun again. 4, 5, 6 came. But here, some beginners will do they will take the system.out.println, they will put in the double quotes, nothing but simply string. Then they want to run that one. They are getting error. I mean, it will out. I know this one will come, but what is exactly instantiation? It won't come. Why? If you print in the system.out.println, if you take string, whatever you wrote in the string, it will print. It won't print the data. Then remove the double quotes, nothing but string. Save this. Then if you run, data variable will print. Right? Not only this one. If you write in the string, let me try one thing. I don't know it will print or not. Let me in the string. Let me print some emojis. Loading slowly. Okay. Let me print. Let me check it will print or not. Don't know. I'll give some try. Okay, loading slowly. So what I'm here trying to make a point. Okay, I took some data. Okay, let me try to say as okay, some emoji, something image. Let me run. I don't know what will come. Yeah. What I'm trying to make a point in the string, whatever you are print, it will print. Okay. Remove the quotes. You want to print variable, take the variable as it is. Don't do anything. Save this one. Run. It will print the data. If you give the double quotes, it will print ID. Simple. Some beginners like what I faced. Okay, all good. Now let me go for my thing. Start. Similarly, I will write simply start. Let me take one local variable, first name, first number. Okay, please go mute. Let me assign in 45. Let me write it is a whole number. That's why let me take digit. Now system.out.println. In that, let me write first number dot. Let me write some number 90. Save this one. What is output, ma? Let me run 135. Yes. Why? Because of in the first number, what is stored? 45 plus my number 90. Then output 135. Yes, ma? Now, one more thing. System.out.println. Now, let me write addition. It is a one string. After that, what is my variable? Variable name plus, let me give again 90. Why it is showing error? Because of it is a string, it is a variable. Then we have to give one symbol called name as concatenate symbol. In technical word concat, simply remember plus. Save this one. Let me run addition 4590. Why it is came? Previously it came 134. Now it printed as a 45 as it is. Just let me put in comments. It's printed 45 as it is, and I gave the plus also, but it came as a 90. This is the result, right? 4590. That only printed. Why? Here the logic we have to give in the bracket. Now let me try to run. What is output? Save. Because of first we took the string, then we took the variable. After that, now same thing I will write now. Now little ulta. First number plus 90 plus, let me write the addition result and so what is here result now? Any guess? Okay. Give in comments. Drop in the chat box. What is your result? Okay, take 2 minutes. Give in the comments. Here we have the logo, right? Chat box. Screen is not visible. No. Yeah. I only went here. Just go to the code. Okay, let me write here. Let me go here. Let me give search. Okay. Okay. What is result? Here I wrote right system.println first number dot 90 plus something I wrote this one. First number. What is my first number? 45 plus 90. So what will be the answer? Okay. Yeah. That answer only give in the comments, in the chat box. Quick. Give in the comments. What is your answer? 135, 4590 and 135 is the additional result. Okay. Quick. 1 minute. 135 is the additional limit. Okay. Let me run this one. Run as Java application. 135 is the additional result. So this is the varieties. If you give the first number, okay, system.out.println, if you give the as it is, yeah, it will print 45 as it is. Addition, if you give in the braces, it will give 135 again. And if you give here like simply that 90 something, it will give take the something like that. Okay. So these are all the some varieties. Okay. Who gave the wrong answer? Welcome to Java. Okay. That's it for today, ma. Bye bye.